Why do you think, Saurav Mukherjee is asking, BCCI is lenient towards discipline in the ground? It seems they're okay with players crossing the line in the name of aggression. I think he's talking about that Mohammad Siraj incident yesterday when
Or he could be talking
about the LSG game, RCB LSG game. But again, it's either you like that aggression, because most of the fans seem to like Virat Kohli in that form, or you are a total purist and say, no, I don't like this aggression. It's not cricket, which by the way, some of the former cricketers have said. Harbhajan Singh has said, Anil Kumble has said, Anil Kumble in particular said, this is not cricket. It depends on your perception, and it's always been subjective right from day one. Where do you cross the line? Because it's nothing concrete.
No, it's not about cross. I agree. You're saying, one must not cross the line.
But where is the line?
But yeah, there is if there is a line, and if somebody is crossing it, so Saurav Mukherjee is asking, has BCCI been lenient?
Of course.
They were
but again,
fined.
they've been slapped with fines.
Yeah.
You can say that this is what we have, let's say, as norm, and we are taking action. Because something like aggression is firstly subjective. Second, the lines aren't drawn. How do you decide?
Then why do you have the match referees and umpires?
They are saying that it's the match referee only who says that the code of conduct was breached. The players
because you cannot
and those fines are given.
Because you cannot ban players. And especially the star players. By the way, things have actually changed a lot over the years. Even in the IPL, yesterday we were here, we were discussing about the after parties that used to happen. Well, they were stopped. And they said, no, this is against the culture. Then I remember there were also hue and cry over the presence of cheerleaders during these IPL games. That was also, I think, for a brief while, that was also stopped. But then how things have changed. Today, Gautam Gambhir and Virat Kohli, in presence of those 34, 32 cameras, they are fighting right in front of everybody. You have the entire crowd present in that stadium, and then Virat Kohli has a fight with Naveen Ulak, Kyle Mayers, Gautam Gambhir. You would remember there was a time when Harbhajan Singh slapped Sreesanth. Have you guys seen that footage?
Yeah.
Have you? Have you?
How? I've seen it. I've seen it on Instagram and all.
No, nobody has ever seen that footage.
I've seen it years ago.
No, Nikhil was saying the only time the footage exists. But what Nikhil was saying was the only time it was presented and it wasn't ever
before
court hearing.
Before Farooq Engineer.
Yes,
that's it.
Behind
so nobody has seen that footage when Harbhajan Singh slaps Sreesanth.
You have only seen visuals of Sreesanth
crying. That's it. Nobody has.
Oh right,
nobody has ever seen.
Happened.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So now you see you have two broadcasters, and they are also trying their best to milk that opportunity, because people. And you must have read, because we are not into that advertising field and in the economics of this thing, although we read about and gather knowledge about it. But you must have seen that this perhaps is I was reading yesterday that in terms of viewership, this IPL, last 6 years, this is the worst.
Worst?
Yes, this is the worst in terms of viewership. And it's not that now because you have a digital platform also, that is the reason why television is suffering. Obviously, the ad rates have also gone down for both.
Because there are two platforms
for the digital platform also, for the television platform also. So I'm saying, how things have changed. Now there is a competition. They want viewer to see how Virat Kohli is showing his aggression. They want to see show people how Gautam Gambhir is so charged up. They want to capture each and every moment and want to milk it. So BCCI, at that time, it was the BCCI's decision. It was Lalit Modi, who was the chairman of IPL, at that time decided that we will not make these footage public. Yes. Today, unfortunately, Saurav Mukherjee is right.
Yeah.
Virat Kohli should have been banned. Gautam Gambhir should have been penalized or should have been given a more severe penalty. He could have been, you could have banned him from being there in the dugout for a couple of games, although BCCI should have had stringent policies for things like these. Had it been you, me, or any other player, maybe the match referee could have imposed a 2-match ban. You never know. Because at the end of the day, it is the BCCI's product. I know you have so many stakeholders, you have viewers watching, you have kids watching, and I wouldn't want my kid or anybody to follow what they are watching on television. Fighting around with people, with the seniors, with juniors, or anybody. Naveen-ul-Haq also may have come up with a wrong example. If people are following him in Afghanistan, they would have been cheering for Naveen-ul-Haq. Would have been saying, he had the courage to stand up to Virat Kohli. Here, everybody is saying, who is Naveen-ul-Haq? How dare he challenge Virat Kohli? So, at the end of the day, I doubt if BCCI is pleased with what has happened. They may not be too happy with Gautam Gambhir and Virat Kohli for what happened that day.
I think it also has a lot to do with the competition now, with the streaming platforms and because
but where that's what you also mentioned. Where's the line? Who decides where's the line?
Exactly.
You have a match referee. He is doing a paid job. Is he getting instructions? And I see. Obviously, I am not aware of that message that I read in a report that Virat Kohli sent out messages to a few BCCI officials. I don't know if you guys have read that.
I have.
So saying that I was not at fault and all these things. I have been wrongly penalized. I've been 100%
100% of match fees.
For him and Gautam both.
He's been fined 100% of his match fees. So then why did he agree there before the match referee? Match referee, the report, the statement says that both Gautam Gambhir and Virat Kohli admitted to breaching the code of conduct. So why did he agree there? He should have challenged it.
is it something that's asked? Are you guilty or not?
Yeah.
Or is it something that's
No,
just
if you want to
imposed?
challenge, so basically they will show you the footage. That this is the footage that we have. This is one angle. This is one angle. This is what has happened. And so
How do you explain it?
Do you plead guilty or not? Something like that.
he said, I admit. So because obviously at that time they must not have been in that same frame of mind. Would have been a little upset with what has happened. So match referee would have said, yeah, ठीक है, okay, चलो जाने दो, both of them.
There have been much more stringent actions that have happened on the field, but the BCCI has gotten players to get away with it.
Yeah.
It has happened in the past. No action's been taken. So they only got a slap on the wrist. That's why, totally agree. It has been... Unfortunately, the BCCI have been very lenient, and that's why you can see all these kind of actions that are happening at this point in time.
I do think that if it was someone else, a young player who's not made his name yet, someone like, I don't know, I shouldn't say this, never mind.
So anybody for that matter.
They would have gotten banned or something.
Yeah.
If it was anyone else, then the people that were involved.
Yeah, in fact, the players or the support staff from that particular players team only would have been there at the press conference and would have been asked the question, and they would have said, no, he is wrong. He's a young player. He should have, he should understand the ethics of the game. He should know that how to behave on the field when millions of people are watching.